Every single video I watched when I was trying to figure out how to make money online was American. They talked about PayPal and Stripe, about selling in dollars, where the economy was stable and the opportunities were everywhere. Nobody made a video for us. This is that video, the one where I wish existed when I started. Everything you actually need to know about building online income, especially from South Africa. The real obstacles, the real solutions, and the real advantages we have that nobody is talking about. Start with what is actually happening in South Africa right now. Inflation, fuel prices, groceries that cost more every single month, school fees going up, rent going up, everything goes up except our salaries. I don't need to paint a picture. You are living it. You feel it every time you go to the till point. You've got to make a decision between things you need. And what makes it worse is that the most financial advice out there is not built for South Africans. Save more, invest in the stock market, build an emergency fund. All good advice, right? In theory. But deeply disconnected from the reality of someone who is already counting every rand at the end of the month. Here is what I figured out. The answer was not to cut more. The answer was to earn more, and especially to earn in a way that was not tied to a South African salary, that could not keep up with South African costs. That is when I turned to online income, not as a side hustle, as a necessity. Let me talk about the rand, because this is the thing that stops most South Africans before they even start. How can I compete internationally when our currency is so weak? You are asking the wrong question. The weak rand is not your problem. When you sell online internationally, it's your biggest advantage. Let me show you the math. If I had to sell a digital product at 499 rand, I'm asking someone in South Africa to spend 499 rand. That is real money here. But if someone in the UK buys the same product, they are spending less than 22 pounds. That's less than 2 takeaway coffees in London. Someone in America, less than $28. To them, it feels affordable. To me, it is full price. And when the payment converts back, it's worth exactly 499 rand in my account. Not the same rand that crushes us when we buy anything imported. That same rand makes our price incredibly attractive to international buyers. We are not a disadvantage. We are underpriced in a global market, and that is a business opportunity if you know how to use it. So let me say something that might be uncomfortable. Depending on a job in South Africa right now is one of the riskiest financial decisions you can make. Retrenchments are not just happening in struggling companies, they are happening everywhere. Industries that felt stable 5 years ago are restructuring. People with decades of experience are being let go with short notice and long job searches ahead of them. And if you're a young South African, the statistics are devastating. Youth unemployment in this country is amongst the highest in the world. A degree does not guarantee employment. Experience does not guarantee security. I'm not saying this to scare you. I am saying this because I think we need to be honest about the landscape we are actually operating in, not the one we were told to expect. Now, online income does not retrench you. No algorithm fires you with a month's notice. No company restructure eliminates your digital product. What you build online is yours permanently. That security, the kind that comes from building something you own, is what I want for every South African woman watching this. Now, the practical question, how do you actually get paid from international clients right here in South Africa? This used to feel like the hardest part. South Africa has limitations around certain payment platforms. So some international tools do not support ZA. It felt like every door was closed. So Pioneer gives you an international bank account number. You receive payments from platforms worldwide and transfers it to your South African bank account in rands. Wise creates a multi-currency account and handles international transfers cleanly. PayFast, it handles local South African payments, credit card, instant EFT, SnapScan. So if any of your customers are in SA, PayFast is your cleanest option. And if you use a done-for-you system like the one I use, the payment processes are already built in completely. The money finds its way to you automatically. You do not need to figure out anything by yourself. The payment solution exists. They are not always obvious, but they are there. And once you set up, it becomes completely invisible. Literally money in and money out. Now let me talk about something that genuinely changed the way I think about money in South Africa. Because most people in this country are earning in rands. And the problem with earning in rands is that every time the rand weakens, your buying power shrinks. Now fuel goes up and then groceries go up, imported goods go up, and your salary, it stays exactly the same. You are on a treadmill that keeps speeding up, and no matter how hard you work, you can't outrun that because your income is capped to what a South African employer decides to pay you in a currency that keeps losing value. I got off that treadmill. A done-for-you system I use pays me in US dollars. And I want you to sit with what that means for a moment. When the rand is sitting at 18 rand to the dollar, every single dollar I earn is worth 18 rand in my account. When it goes to 19 rand, my income goes up. When it hits 20, my income goes up again. Without me doing anything differently, without asking for a raise, without a performance review. The same exchange rate that makes our grocery bills painful makes my income grow automatically. I'm not fighting the weak rand anymore. I'm using it. Here's the part that really got me. There's no ceiling. In a job, there's always a ceiling, a salary band, a budget, a manager who decides what you are worth, a company policy on increases. In the system I use, there is no ceiling. The more content I create, the more people find me, the more sales I make. And every single sale pays me in dollars, 90% commission directly into my account. I've had dollar notifications come through at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday during a public holiday while I was at my family braai with absolutely no phone in my hand. That is what earning in US dollars from South Africa actually looks like. It's not theory, it's my reality right now. And the beautiful thing is you do not need to be an American. You do not need to move to another country. You do not need a foreign bank account from the start. You just need the right system, and the right system that pays you in the world's strongest currency while you are right here in South Africa. Now, if you want to know exactly how this works, how I set it up, what the system is, how I earn, and how you get paid, I want you to drop the words dollars in the comment section below. I will reply to you personally with everything you need to know. There's no pitch, there's no pressure, just a real conversation about whether this makes sense for you or your life right now. Because if you are tired of watching the rand weaken while your bills get bigger, this conversation is exactly what you need to have. Now I want to end this video with the obstacle that nobody talks about because it's not practical, it is international. The biggest thing stopping South Africans from building an online income, it is not the unemployment rate, it's not the payment platforms, it is the belief that this is not for us. That online success is for Americans, for people with resources. I believed that too for a long time. Then I decided that South Africa was not my limitation. It was my story. Our story is exactly what makes us stand out in a sea full of content that all looks and sounds the same. Nobody else can make this video. Nobody else has lived this specific reality, figured out how to build from inside. It is your competitive advantage. Use it. Everything I've shared in this video, the tools, the mindset, the rand advantage, the payment systems, is what I apply in my own business every single day. The exact system I use is linked in the description below. It's built for people who want to start without figuring all of this out alone. And it works from South Africa. I am living proof. So come and take a look. And if you are a South African watching this, I want you to drop a flag in the comments. I want to know how many of us are here. This video was made for us. If it helped you, please share. Send it to your WhatsApp groups, for Facebook groups, because too many South Africans are sitting with these exact questions, not finding answers that speak to their reality. So please do subscribe, comment, and I will see you on the next one. So I've actually attached the link to a webinar replay that we had recently where it breaks it down beautifully as to what I've been doing to earn an income online as a South African, especially the fact that I've made multiple seven figures now in the industry simply by doing high ticket affiliate marketing. If you are interested, please have a look.